Welcome back. How are we all doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Yes, you will notice new ink if you have seen my Bristol tattoo convention. It's healed, it's great, it's 2 weeks since it was done, and it's doing really well. It's been healed for about a week. It's currently on its, for those of you who have tattoos, it's on its peeling to go to that non-shiny stage, but it's not itchy and it is stunning. So yes, new ink, and today is of course the first time you're seeing it healed and normal. I am hoping that next year the artist Leo Barada that did this one for me is back in Bristol, and he's going to do this side, so I will have a match for it next June, July, whenever the Bristol Tattoo Convention is. So I had a question posed to me which I've been meaning to answer for a while, about having, you know, I've been sick, I've come back to YouTube, I've cut all my hair off, and my style changing. Now, I'm hoping to follow this video with a few fashion videos or fashion based videos. I want to do a Karen Millen haul of 3 dresses that I have, all from Vinted, that I love, that are Karen Millen. And my style has changed. So the question I was asked before I start waffling too much is, am I still a goth? Good question. Yes, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Yes, I am. My style has changed a lot. This is how I used to be. For anyone who doesn't know me, here is a montage of pictures from my Instagram. Some may have been up, may have not been up, and I was very, if I had to describe my style at all, it would have been Victoriana. Obviously this doesn't always sit with a Victoriana look, and I don't even own any of the clothes that are in any of the pictures that may or may not still be running here. When I got sick, I wanted to not feel like I'd been reinvented and not to feel like a different person, but I was. And I thought I could just come out of hospital, recover, and go back to being who I was. And I didn't feel like me anymore. I didn't feel like this Victoriana flancy goth. I didn't even feel that the clothes I had, my kill style dresses that I wore all the time, even suited me. So I changed my style a bit. Basically what I did was I went and bought clothes that I thought would look good. I even tried colour. I know, shock horror. They're all gone. I've sold them all, I've passed them on, I've donated. It's just not me. And it's a hard thing when you've been through a traumatic experience. Something has to change, whether that's, you know, your eating habits or who you hang around with, or, you know, it's a bit like having a divorce. Your people change. But what I needed to change was how I saw myself and how I wanted others to see me. Personality wise, she's still the same sarcastic, very tired, sorry, person she's always been. Still a bit of a hard ass, always been that. But style wise, things have moved on. I've grown up, I'm older, I think in my head I always saw myself aged somewhere around 21, 22, and part of me was still dressing that way. Coming out of hospital, having that knowledge of how fragile life is, I kind of needed to just accept the fact I was getting older and start again in being comfortable in who I was and gaining my confidence. Now, I was always comfortable in how I looked. It didn't matter what I wore, I felt great. I would look in the mirror and I would feel amazing in everything I put in, and my confidence was right up there. Even if others looked at me and went, she's a bit fat to wear that, I didn't care. I was me. When I came out of hospital, I lost all my confidence. One of the first times I saw myself in a mirror full length in a pair of leggings and a short dress that I just bought, I burst into tears. I didn't know who was looking at me at that time in the mirror. It didn't feel like me. So there's been some psychological readjusting, there's been some acknowledgements, a lot of work, a lot of evaluation of how I want to present myself. And I've changed. I can't say I haven't. I know I have. So what am I now? I'm still a goth. My aesthetic, my household, my music is still the same, you know. And I will admit, I am not the most knee-deep, neck-deep into the goth music scene, and I know I will get clapped back for that from some people, but I do listen to gothic bands. I am not a big Sisters of Mercy fan. I am not a big Bauhaus fan. I do like a lot of industrial goth music. I can't remember names of bands off the top of my head, but I also like quite a few modern goth bands. I listen to White Lies, I listen to Tribulation, those types of bands that are more recent. I'm not a fan of The Cure. I can't help it. I love some of their music, but I couldn't sit and listen to it on a regular basis. I do love Typo Negative. You know, so there's a lot of facets to what I like and what I don't like. But you could turn around and go, oh, you're just alternative. Am I though? Am I just alternative? I don't want to get into the what makes a goth conversation. Everybody has their own thoughts, narrative, but everybody I know, I am the goth in the group, you know what I mean? I am the one that listens to that type of music. I know the scene, I've grown up with it. It's who I am. Am I stepping back from heavy alternative goth? Possibly. I've never been a trad goth. I do love dark, wonderful, you know. I'm not a darkling. I hate that term. But I still listen to goth music. I do listen to other things as well. I have never been, nor ever will I be, 100% immersed into the goth music culture, because I like too much variety in my music. My mood depends. I mean, if you look at my current playlist of what I use when I'm working, it covers Taylor Swift to Fall Out Boy to White Lies to Eminem. It's just what my brain wants, rather than I must only follow these bands because. So I don't succumb to peer pressure. I don't have multiple friends in a goth scene that go, you must like this. I have a lot of goth friends. None of them particularly live anywhere near me. my bestie is not a goth. She wears a lot of black, but she's not a goth, and she will never say she's ever a goth. But I still believe in here I'm a goth. I'm just choosing to present my outward facing a little bit different these days. So how have I changed? Well, let's go with the obvious. The hair's gone. I have done a video on will my hair come back, maybe one day, but right now this is me. I am loving it. I'm loving it with the metal. I'm starting to wear more prominent septum jewellery. I used to just wear a thick ring that was quite small. Now I wear jewelled. Look at some of my last videos, you know, I've got big ornate ones with opals in, so I love the bald head and the septum look. My makeup is still as it used to be. Not so much with the eyeliner these days on the top. The reason for that is I shake, so it's not an aesthetic change. So this is a makeup look I did in one of my last videos. Is it going to be one of my last videos? Yeah, possibly. But the eyeliner across here and up, I shake too much with, you know, motor control issues, my diabetes, having weak muscles, all that sort of thing. I shake too much to wear eyeliner too much these days. So I suppose that has changed from my makeup look. But the colours I wear, the under eye eyeliner, it's all still there. Not really much of a change. Jewellery wise, she's still a ring girl, she is still a bracelet girl. I do have to go and see the wonderful Sophie and Drew of Scarlet and Chains and get a lot of my necklaces adjusted. I've got a couple of collars that do fit currently. I also have some that are now way too big because of my weight loss. So I've got a whole bunch of jewellery that needs changing. One thing I have noticed is my earrings. So yes, I am wearing the big carabiner hoops, which I wear quite a bit. However, since I've been out of hospital and I wasn't wearing the big earrings all the time, my ears have got a little bit unused to wearing them. So when I do wear them, they do pull and they can be annoying and a bit heavy. So I have a plan for swapping those out as well, and maybe coming up with some other designs with the crystals that I've got, so as I still keep my earrings, but maybe the ones that have the eclipse. If you're known to the Scarlet and Chains world, the eclipse is the double ring. Maybe we take out one of the rings and I just stick with the other one, so as I still got the hoops. We'll see what we come up with. We need to go out there and see them and spend a day doing that, but as it is currently festival season for them, it's not going to be any time soon. What else? Dress scent, new rocks. Let's start with the easy bit. I still live 364 days of the year in new rocks, and one day of the year I'll wear something else. I have worn a couple of times this summer round a pair of ASOS canvas like Mary Jane shoes with a heel, but I've worn them when I've had a work event rather than my new rocks. But every day at work, every day out of work, I am in new rocks. I have also just purchased, waiting for them to arrive, a pair of designer Mary Janes by Guess. I've bought them on Vinted, they've been worn once, they look as good as new, and they're paint and leather, so I can wear them for work events in wet days rather than my canvas ones, which are dry days only. But every day I am in pretty much new rocks or bare feet, like today. But I'm in bare feet at home, so it doesn't matter. I am known for wearing my big boots to work. Everybody knows I wear them, and I will continue to wear them because they're comfortable, they're sturdy, I like them, and they're me, and I'm not going to change that for the world. So I will live in new rocks continually, probably till the day I die, because they are the best shoes in the world, and they are, for me, very stable when I walk. And as I am on my feet still quite a bit, when I'm in the office, I'm running around doing various bits and pieces, I still like to have my boots. So those are not going anywhere. So I suppose the one thing that has changed is my dress sense. It is still black. I tried colour, I really did try colour. Just to introduce one or two pieces. Grey, sage green, dark green. I'm just not comfortable. So it's back to black, and I'm feeling back to me, back to let's not kick the tripod, back to being confident in everything, and black is my happy space. I don't really feel colours suit me. I just don't feel confident in them, so I'm staying in the black. But where I've changed, where my figure has changed, I've found that the world of clothing has opened up a little bit for me. I was pretty big. I will put up one of the last full size photos I took, and I was struggling to get clothes. There was only one or two places I could shop that would go up to the sizes I need. Now there aren't many shops I can't go in and find something that would fit me. I'm finding vintage items really easy to purchase, and because of that I've been able to wear the style of clothing I would have wanted to wear all the way through if I'd had the figure to do so. And I'm not saying I'm skinny by any stretch of the imagination, I'm not, but I have lost enough weight and toned my figure enough whilst in recovery to comfortably wear a somewhere between a 14 and an 18, depending on where I'm shopping, and 18s are now starting to be a little bit too big for me, and some of the dresses I've just purchased are only a 16, which is amazing. I am going to do, and I keep saying on Instagram I'm going to do it, but I am going to do a H&M haul very soon. I've purchased some great bits on H&M, but I need to have the energy to do that one because it's a lot of changing, filming, changing, etc. What I will be doing is talking about the dresses. I will have them up here in pictures, film, videos, whatever, and tell you about them. But my style has kind of gone more corporate goth. It's very shift dress, longer dresses. My mini dresses are not a thing anymore. I don't feel comfortable in them. Whether that's an age thing, now being 46, nearly 47, I don't know. But I don't feel comfortable having my legs out on show when I'm at work. It could also be a promotion thing. Now that I'm now a manager, I feel I need to be that little bit more smart. The other thing, of course, is I'm not going anywhere but work. I go to work every day, into the office, 5 days a week, and I don't really go anywhere else. I come home, I change into vest top and shorts or pyjamas or night shirt, t-shirt, whatever I'm wearing, and that is me until I go to work the next morning. If I'm out of a weekend, you will still see me wearing very similar things. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm tired. I've been filming all morning, I'm tired. So, I've started to wear more this. Another montage coming in. Very much your midi or maxi length dresses. Black, plain, straight cut, bodycon, which I haven't worn for years, but kind of the bodycon dresses that I can dress up with a belt, dress down, wear with boots, wear with shoes. Can't wear heels anymore, you know, your stiletto pumps are out the door. Court shoes, not really my thing either. So it is very much block heel Mary Jane platforms or New Rocks. But I'm wearing them with harnesses, belts, You know, I've managed to wear the same dress. Just after I got this done, I wore a dress similar to this top, but it was a long dress, and I wore it 4 days of the week. All I did was switch up the accessories. I changed the cardigan, I changed the wrap top that went with it, I paired it with a different belt, and nobody noticed. Whether it's a thing when you wear black, nobody notices. They just assume you're wearing something different. I don't know. But I have gone very much, especially in the last few weeks, probably the last couple of months, into dresses more than tops and skirts. I do have a selection of skirts, and beautiful ones, and I have a selection of really nice basic tops like this one, but I'm not reaching for those when I'm going to work. I'm very much reaching for the simple chuck it on dress, looks good, sling a belt on it, sling a harness on it, and I just feel like having that smart look about me with the tinge of harnesses or metal belts or something that's always got to be a little bit different. So I do wear my leather harness a lot, the one with the belt and the braces that goes over and down the back. I wear my Scarlet and Chains belt. I've got a Michael Kors designer belt that's just a black chain with a black MK with diamantes. It would have been in a haul. I pair it with metal jewellery, so that hasn't changed. But I am very much now into the longer length dresses, more bodycon, more fitted than I've ever worn. And whether that's because I've got a confidence in who I am now and my figure, and okay, I'm still borderline plus size, but I'm not where I was, and whether having a waistline now that's decent and still looking okay from the side, but believe me, front view is much better, whether that has boosted my confidence, whether my hair has boosted my confidence, I don't know, but something is drawing me to the buzz cut with the feminine dresses teamed with a little bit of masculinity in the harnesses. I don't know what it is, but that's kind of where my style has gone, and I love it. I love it. I've got a dress, again, it will be my H&M haul. It may be in one of these pictures, that's a black dress with a v-neck, short sleeved, white edging, white lace that crosses over and goes under the chest area. Love it. I did pair that for a selfie with a faux pearl, I think they're glass beads actually, faux pearl necklace and buzz cut, and I'm just like, I feel amazing. I feel better now in whatever I put on than I ever did, and believe me, I felt damn good before. And whether it's because I have more options now, more things open to me, that I can change my style and move forward being a different version of myself, I don't know. Whether, I don't feel that up here mentally anything has changed about me. I think the haircut has had an influence on how I dress. But as to whether I am still goth, I am sorry to disappoint, or some of you may not be disappointed to know that yes, I am still very much a goth. My outlook, my belief system, if you call it that, my aesthetic is still very much goth. My music taste has goth in it. My literature is gothic or horror, or, you know, all the things that you associate with the gothic subculture. So I'm not going to suddenly turn into a Taylor Swift fan who's going to the Eras tour and wearing a pink sequin jacket and a feather boa. That's not who I am, not even for fancy dress. I'm not suddenly going to turn into a, you know, or Britain's Got Talent boy band fanatic. I'm still going to remain me. I'm still a goth. I still love goth. I love the goth subculture. I love all my gothic friends the way they are, and they don't see me as being any different. But the style of clothing that I wear, still very much with a gothic edge and with that alternative gothic spin, but I'm moving away from the flouncy lace and the, she says ruffles and then knows that one of her favourite skirts is covered in ruffles, but I don't wear so much of the flouncy frilly tops. I had one I used to wear a lot. It was like a t-shirt, but it was a high neck, and then this piece was all cut away. I loved that top. If I can find a picture, I'll insert it. It's gone. I put it on and I'm like, this is not me. It doesn't even suit me. It probably did, but I think my brain was so in a space of I don't know who I am. I had to do something to reinvent myself, and I feel so much more confident now than I did 2 years ago. And I came out of hospital just over 2 years ago. So much more confident, so much more secure in how I dress and what I wear. And it's as if my style has more evolved and grown up, rather than, maybe I shouldn't say grown up, matured, rather than sticking with what I knew. I mean, even Killstar. I used to own loads of Killstar. I used to do hauls of Killstar all the time, either on YouTube or on my Facebook back in the MRAVEN days. That's what gave me the boost to do vlogging and videos and conversations and YouTube, and all this started with me doing Killstar try-ons. Hands up if you remember my Facebook days and the day I decided to do a trash bag versus one of the Killstar tops, who wore it better. That was a day. My style has changed. I'm not a Killstar fanatic anymore. I don't even have any older pieces. I tell a lie. I have a couple of bags still. My Luxe, is it the Luxe handbag? I've got it here. I still have a handbag that I use. Sorry, I'm just moving cans about. Bear with. This one. I still use this quite a bit. God, I have no idea what's in there. It's quite heavy. I still use this bag. I still have, oh, excuse me, getting so close to the camera. I have a Killstar hoodie, which I can't remember what it's called, but it's got the tight sleeves. It's like a big, like loose hoodie, big hood with fur. I still have that. I have a Killstar cropped hoodie, I think. No, I don't. I sold it. It's not a Killstar one, that one. It's just a normal plain hoodie. I have a Killstar skirt that I purchased second-hand at the Bristol alternative market the last time I went, and that's a midi skirt. It's got a split up the back with it's like a strange split cutout, and it's got like a leather strap. It's got a leather strap across the front of the belt. I've no idea what it's called, but I never used to be able to wear skirts like that. I've now got that one that I wear. But in general, I don't even like Killstar stuff anymore, and I know that they've been taken over and they've changed, but even when they do their, what I would term items I could have purchased again in a smaller size once I'd sold my Killstar collection, I wasn't drawn to them. They weren't pieces that I looked at and went, oh yeah, I really like that. I didn't want it. I didn't feel that I could put it on and feel confident. So yeah, I've had to change how I dress to feel me, a new version of me, hopefully a better version. I don't know, my old version was good, But the long hair, the hats, my top hats, I don't even know what to do with them. They don't even fit me anymore. So I may sell some of my top hats, mainly because they're just taking up space. There are a couple I will never part with. My white one that was made for me will not be going anywhere. I have a plan for that one. And yeah, they just don't resonate with me in the same way. My Killstar bags that I used to use all the time don't resonate with me. I've sold them all. They just don't work for me. And the style that I am now, whether that's a more grown-up, matured style, or whether it's just because my style has been influenced by going back to work, having work as really the be-all and end-all of my life for a long time, because post-recovery I wasn't going out anywhere particularly unless it was into town to get some shopping. It wasn't as if I was going out. I'm not a go down the pub on a Friday night girl. I'm very much a home bird. But yeah, I don't know whether my aesthetic now is more influenced because of the job role I'm in, because I'm a manager, because I feel I need to present myself differently. But I am loving the outfits that I've purchased. I've still got fun bits. My hat that I purchased, I'll pop a picture up. The hat that I purchased from the Bristol Alternative Market, I love, and I will be wearing more. But in general, nothing, it's just my dress style that has changed and my hair. Everything else, you could pretty much say, put a wig on it, put a Killstar dress on, and she's back to the same person she always was. I haven't had an epiphany from being sick and nearly not making it back. You know, I know how lucky I am. And that's been driven home very recently with having lost someone through work that I know, not who works with me, but somebody I've worked with from another company and alongside, very recently passed away. And it does make you check your own mortality and realise that actually I'm very lucky to be here. And in saying that, whether I'm a goth, whether I'm not a goth, how I label myself, I've had somebody ask since I've had my head shaved